going on the ferry to cross from Galveston Island over to what's called the Boulevard Peninsula. It's still Texas. I'm still a few days from being out of Texas. But this is where I'm waiting for the time being. Ooh, fancy bicycle. Ooh. All those poor cars, how much they have to wait. How much I don't care. Oh, this is a really good time to talk about, I just got pulled over by the cops. So the road to get here to the ferry, I missed my turn off and I went up some other road and I got to the end of the island and realized I was not in the right place. And so I turned around and it's like a 2-mile stretch. It's nothing big, but there is 2 lanes on each side going both directions. The thing is, there's a historical landmark out there, and according to Google, it's not officially like it's not a bike road, but technically it's a historical landmark, and I don't think that like the city can actually require that you have a car to get there. So they do technically have like a path on the side, but like most unmaintained paths, it has like a whole bunch of bumps in it. It's got a bunch of rocks and broken glass, and I'm thinking there's 2 lanes here. I'm just gonna take up this lane, and it was fine going out there. It's fine all day long. I've been doing that, but then on my way back, this young guy pulled me over, and he was like, you know, you're not supposed to be doing this. And I'm like, basically, I think he had a rough day. He said yesterday that he dealt with a cyclist who got hit by a drunk driver, and I think he's genuinely shaken up about it. I don't think he was lying to me, but I was pretty sassy with him. But the thing is, though, I think you have to be sassy when you're a cyclist because most people don't really understand your position. And so, yeah, I gave him a hard time. I was like, I don't want to ride on the sidewalk because it's bumpy and it's going to pop my tires. And have you ever ridden a bicycle with 60 pounds? So, I mean, he was patient with me. And in the end, I said, well, why don't you just put me and the bike inside the car and take me up? Because it was only a mile. You know, it was only like a mile left. Not even, probably. And I was like, just take me. He was like, okay. So we finally came to an agreement. But he opened up the back of the SUV he was driving, and it had a huge like trunk inside of it, so it wasn't really convenient. And then I tried to convince him to just escort me and just ride behind me for the remainder, but he kind of shook his head. And then I said something like, well, you can't be that busy because you're talking to me right now, so you must not have too much to do today. But anyway, so I finally in the end agreed to get on the side of the road, and I didn't pop my tires and everything was fine, but it was bumpy. And I really don't think it was illegal for me to be on that road. Maybe it was. I don't know. It's a historical landmark. And if you're going to call that a bike path, like a place for bicycles to be, well, then keep it clean so bicycles can go on it without falling over and popping their tires, which didn't happen to me, but it could have. I'm almost finished riding for today. I'm 4 hours of saddle time today, and I think I have another hour of saddle time. My butt's sore, but that's okay. I'm still having